I've already done a whole series on this video, but today I'm just going to be looking at the American point of view. So, the American people, the build up to the war itself, and the aftermath. So, this is going to be the American history of World War I. Now, America didn't enter the war when it first started in 1914. They really wanted to stay out of it. But there was a lot of American, let's say, popularity for the Central Powers. There was a possibility that they were going to join Germany and the Austro-Hungarians. But then, when the Germans invaded Belgium and committed the atrocities, that support sort of went from 100% all the way down to 10%. The American people now wanted very little to do with the war, as they'd seen what Germany had done, but what are the Allies going to do? So, that's how it went at the beginning. Now, in 1915, the Lusitania was sank, and it was carrying 150 American passengers. This stirred in the public. It didn't lead to war, but it stirred there. Now, in 1917, Germany was, they were going to try and sneakily attack America. They were going to send the Zimmermann telegram, which is basically, and I quote in the best, easiest way I can, Mexico, we are going to give you enough equipment and enough troops for you to invade America. If you agree to this, we will give you some of the spoils of the war. Please don't hate us. Your good buddy over the channel, Germany. Now, the British got word of this and decoded it and was like, hey America, look what I have here. Well, the Germans done the same with Ireland, but they weren't having any of it. And Woodrow Wilson was like, okay, Germany has now threatened our sovereignty as a country. We will now mobilise everyone we can and send them across to Europe. And that's what he did. He got everyone mobilised. Anyone who was able to fight was drafted in. And by the middle of 1918, nearly 1.5 million men were on the Western Front. Obviously, you had the Harlem Hellfires, which I dedicated an entire video to. I'll link that in the description, why not? But on November 11th, 1918, the Germans surrendered to the Americans. And then, in 1919, Woodrow Wilson was called up to take part in the Treaty of Versailles. Now, since not much damage had been done to his nation, he wanted a soft punishment so that they could still trade, and he wanted to set up the League of Nations, which would then evolve to the United Nations. Obviously, only one of his demands was met. I don't think any of his demands were met. They were probably stamped on by the French and British. But that is the American standard of World War I. So that is it. Let me know what you think about the Americans during World War I. Should they have done more? Should they have joined in the beginning? Or should they have just stayed out of it completely? And I thank you very much for watching. Click that subscribe button and that bell button. You don't want to miss that bell button. To stay up to date with all the history that I post on this channel. And I will see you next time for probably one of the next wars in American history after World War I.